Welcome back to Extra Extra, segment of What She Said, where we deep dive into TV reality chaos with open hearts, rolled eyes, and snacks in hand. This week, we're breaking down episodes 9 and 10 of Stranded on Honeymoon Island. And let us tell you, things are getting steamy, emotional, and just a touch of unhinged. Exactly how we like it. Byron finally bonks Brie, and just like that, she's singing love songs like she's auditioning for The Voice Australia. Sam and Jess, still a hotbed of mild chaos. Mike and Amy have gone from will they, won't they to what just happened. Hello, salmon bun. Goodbye, innocence. The ultimate sacrifice. Emma called it, but do you remember what she called? Chad and Georgia are practically manifesting joint Instagram accounts, at this point radiating couple energy that could power a small town. Or is that fire about to be smudged out? And over in the corner of realism and hard chats, Emmanuel and Danny are deep diving into the what happens after paradise chats and the toga party headdress that everyone needs. The families have come and they have gone. What's left? Us, with a whole lot of feeling and some serious questions. Now, join us as we break it all down and give you our brutally honest thoughts, unfiltered takes, and the kind of commentary that only What She Said can deliver. So, girls, let's get into it.
The first thing we saw was Byron going, it was fun though, right?
I know. I was so cringe in that moment, and they high-fived, and I was like, Jesus Christ, it's the first time. Like, they were so hyping each other up. Did you enjoy it? Yeah. Was it fun for you? Yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
I did get virgin vibes. I'm like,
Yeah.
Byron, are you a virgin? Maybe that's why you took so long. That's like a one-night stand comment, though. It was fun, though,
What if it
right?
is fun?
High five.
Exactly. What if it is fun?
I mean, the high five thing's a bit of a stretch for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fun thing, though, it's words of encouragement.
Exactly. Good you. Good job. Well done.
The handcuffs.
Yeah, she was swinging from the chandelier.
Or her legs were.
Yeah. Or at least one of them anyway.
They might have made their own island
Sex
swing
chair.
with some palm prongs.
Now that would have been impressive.
But they might have asked Mike to weave them a swing.
Yeah.
Mind you, do they have hammocks? Did they all get hammocks?
Well, I
Maybe
think they
did
might.
a little bit of swinging around in the hammock.
Well, I think just pinning Byron down in a bed was hard enough.
Well,
so
exactly.
good on them. And it did change their dynamic. You can
Did.
definitely tell the difference, can't you?
Obviously, Bree's love language is
Touch.
Touch, yes. Definitely touch. And I don't know what Byron's is. Words of encouragement.
I listened wrong. My ears are a little bit blocked. And I heard it's not the kind of shower you would want to feel. And I was thinking, golden shower? That's disgusting. No wonder they didn't want to film that shit. And then I was like, oh, no, that's not what they said.
Yes.
Film.
I mean, that is the shower that a lot of people would want to film.
I did find it was amusing when he said that there was an extra towel rack.
Towel holder.
Yes.
A towel holder.
Yes.
Hey, they had fun. About freaking time.
Yeah.
About chicky wow wow.
I know, right? Well, yeah, so it flipped from Byron and Brie to then Jess and Sam, and it just showed you that they're still trying.
They are very trying.
He's
honestly,
he's exhausting.
He is so exhausting.
Yeah.
And I found it really comical when he says that he can't get a word in edgewise. And I'm like, bro, all that you do is talk. Like, can you just push? Just Zip it. All I'm seeing is this, and what I want to see is this. Just stop.
Jess was probing when they were laying in the sand, and he said, yeah, you know, you can come to boxing class. And Jess is like, oh, you want me to come? He's like, yeah, it's a big deal. You can bring a friend, though. That's not a date. Oh, we could go on a pre-boxing coffee, like, but bring a friend. Oh, no, like, you know what? Everyone can just come. Just invite everyone to the class.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so you're saying that you're not interested in Jess outside of the island. That is what
Pretty
you're
much.
saying right there and then.
Pretty much. That's what I picked up on, was that, no, outside of this. You don't have my back. You don't stand up for me. Bro, have you seen the shitstorm that you've caused so far?
Yeah.
Get back in your corner. You do boxing, go back in your corner and just sit there and just wait patiently, okay? And while you're there, just shut up.
Put your mouth guard in.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yes, so I would actually be keen to understand from Jess's perspective as a dating and relationship coach, if someone said that to her, is that a good first date? Because let's assume that them being in their bubble, essentially, which is what it is completely different to life outside, right? Because you slip back into your old routine, and you just it's like going on holiday. You come back and you slip back into your own routine. So essentially what happens is, if you're meeting up outside, it is almost like a first date again, because then you're meeting at your, right, so where do you want to meet? Oh, well, I really like this coffee shop. Do you want to meet there? You have to wear clothes and shoes. I'm sorry. That's just, mainland vibes.
Gold Coast, it's optional.
But Roger. I wonder if, so essentially, let's pretend this is like their first date in real life, right? Is that a good first date? I mean, I would think no. Coffee? Yes. Boxing? No. It might be, why don't you come down about 15 minutes before the end? You can catch me doing my thing, and then we can go and have, we can go and have brunch together, whatever time he does his stuff.
I was wondering, though, whether he teaches boxer sizing classes, which is different to boxing, because he's like, oh, everyone can come. You wouldn't do a group boxing session.
We've got to think of outside of what we would prefer. Jess, is she very into fitness? Is she really into fitness? Is she into boxing? Is that something that she would think, actually, combining two of the things that I like, boxing, exercise, getting to know someone. But then at the same time, he's saying, bring a friend, because obviously I'm not going to be able to teach you or see you or do whatever.
No, I think that was just him saying, I don't want to spend alone time with you. I don't want to date you.
I think,
but I don't want to be mean about it.
I think that was, this is going to be my priority. So just so you know that this is my priority. I don't think that's a bad thing, right?
It's not.
That you have something that's yours. And I think that's a good way of getting to know someone is, like, it can't just be all about what you like. It's also got to be about what your partner likes, and to have a taste of that and go, okay, yeah, that's awesome. I'm never doing that again. When you say you're going to boxing, I know what you do, and I would rather be chewing glass somewhere.
I don't know. Like, that's something that I'm into personally, and I would like that. I think that's a great first date. You're doing something, it gives you a chance to also get a little bit flirty, up and close, personal with certain things. But Jess, like, I was looking at her arms after that, and I'm like, she's actually got some guns. Like, she's wiry, but she's got some guns. So like, I think she'd be into it too.
She'd take them.
I think it'd give her a chance to punch him in the nose.
Well, there's that. I think the problem, the main thing that I'm seeing with Sam, and it's been right from the beginning, right from the word go, he's saying that he's there for a relationship, and he says that he's done all of this self-growth. There's a lot of self-growth that needs to happen, and it doesn't happen in a 4-month period. I'm sorry, I'm putting it out there. Look, I've been single for how long now? And it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I go, this is me. I know who I am. And I'm not about to take all of my anxieties and all of my stresses and throw them at someone, which is basically what he's doing right now. He's not giving her space to be her. And we see that through the episodes. He's not allowing her to shine on her own personal growth. It's always about him. It's always about why he needs to have backup, why he needs to be shown that she's there for him. What about you? What are you doing for her? All that we've seen is that you're talking over the top of her. You're not giving her space to breathe. You're being a bloody steamroller, if anything. It's not healthy. Not healthy. And I don't think that he's done as much personal growth as he thinks that he's done.
No, that's right.
It would be interesting for him to take this and watch it back with an external party and to like a counselor I'm referring to. And give context so that he gets his point of view across, and then the counselor go, okay. Where were our options here, and where did we choose to go instead of where we could have gone?
Exactly.
Look, I guess sometimes you've got to see it from other people's perspectives and then watch yourself back, and sometimes maybe the penny drops, and sometimes it just doesn't. With a lot of people, it just doesn't. There's someone for everyone.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Just wasn't Jess, I don't think.
No.
On a lighter note, we flicked over to Amy and Mike, and the first thing I noticed was Mike was playing with cards. I was like, oh my God, they have cards! And I was like, Emma and I would have been totally fine. Totally fine.
Absolutely. I would have been fine too.
Did you notice what cards they were?
And then they flipped it over, and it was freaking tarot cards. And I was like, no, you can't play spit and Jim Rummy with that.
Not even Snap. You can't even do Snap with that.
No, you can't.
I was like,
maybe Page of Wands.
Maybe just that the cards that you just try and you make the house.
House of cards. That would be fun. Yeah, tarots. I can't imagine how they would have smuggled that on. Smuggled those cards in.
It could have been in Amy's beauty pack.
Yeah.
Or possibly. Who knows? But anyways, he pulled out the devil.
So I guess they're reflecting on the conversation that they had the night before, which was Amy saying that she doesn't trust him, she doesn't believe him, that there's nothing romantic going on.
This is Mike. We've come so far, we've had our challenges, we've brought out the worst in each other, but we can laugh every day. So I was kind of a little bit optimistic, but then I had in the back of my mind, we had the teaser at the end of last episode that he's going to get the flare. And I was like, okay, well, this is building up to something good. Maybe something good's going to happen from this, and maybe the flare thing's not going to happen.
He takes a walk on the beach, he gets the flare, and then it says, you have the choice. You came in to find love, and essentially what they were saying was it hasn't happened. And they said, you now can make a choice. You can give Amy the relationship she's looking for, but that means, you'd shoot the flare off and then you would leave the island. And then someone would come and replace you. And so he's got to think, well, do I try and make a go of it? Like, do I push through and go, no, you can't trust me and I'm going to show you how you can trust me? Or do I just give her what she wants?
Well, Amy's gut is telling her that Mike and her aren't going to work out, and she feels really bad. That's what she said to the camera. I'm wondering whether they'd had that discussion privately the night before, because Amy also said to the camera that Mike kind of went missing in the morning and she hadn't seen him for hours. So they'd clearly had a discussion between them that we weren't privy to. I was optimistic. And I was also optimistic that it was going to be a fair situation.
Yeah.
Well, so essentially what we saw was that Mike made the decision to set the flare off and leave the island so that Amy could have someone join her in hopes of giving her a second chance at finding love. And he sets the flare off and Amy's like, what? Because the last time a flare was mentioned on the island, they both had to leave.
Yeah.
So I think she had thought, oh my God, am I leaving? Like, why am I leaving? And
I know.
I thought she was like, why would he do this without even talking to me?
You could see the panic on her face. And, I'm one, when I'm really cranky, my nostrils will flare. And her nostrils, holy heck, they had their own time zone. They were flaring like nothing else. She was getting heated.
So Mike has opted to leave the island and he's going back to tell Amy. And he goes back and he's like, I'm actually really just scared to tell you this.
Yes.
And she's like, yes, what is it?
He basically just tells her what was in the note and that he thought that she is a beautiful person, but knows that he was not the person for her and wants nothing but the best for her and has decided to pull the flare so that someone else could come in and hopefully she would have a happy ever after.
I got teary. I was like,
I
that is
know.
really sweet.
Just talking about it now, I am infuriated. I am so cranky. When that happened, I yelled at the screen. I'm like, no, Mike, you're not allowed. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And then I kind of gathered my senses back because it was
You
late at night.
grabbed the pillows back off the floor, put them back on the couch.
Picked all your toys up.
I was absolutely furious because when he went back to Amy, and it was then clear that they hadn't given her an option either. They didn't give her a flare and allow Mike a second chance to find love. It feels really one-sided. Yes, Mike did choose to allow Amy to get her makeup case, but she's the only person on the island that now has makeup and is able to glam herself up, brush her hair,
shave her pits.
Yeah, to shave, like shave in general. And now she's getting special treatment again. I like Amy, I do, but I'm really pissed off at this situation and how unfair it is. And for Mike to sacrifice his time, sacrifice himself, I thought, did they even give him a choice? Or was it a situation where you need to make this look real because you're fired?
Was it the fact that Mike has gone, I'm sick of this. I want out. You give me a way out and I'll happily leave.
No, I think they were too close to the end for that to happen.
It's like 3 days or something, 3 or 4 days away. Unfair. And also, like I said before, there's a second island. So I looked into this, right? So Channel 7 insiders say roughly spent around $15 million on this shoot, okay? So a substantial chunk of that went towards the hiring of the islands, but then you've also got the operating costs, you've got
accommodation,
all the rest. So, I mean, that adds up. Roughly, for a normal person to hire one of those islands in Fiji, for a week, it's between $120,000 to $250,000 for a week just for one island hire. And that's not with filming or anything. Yeah. That is staff and food all inclusive, but still. Like, these guys were on rations. They were on lentils, beans, rice, potatoes, and fruit. It's not like their meals would have been prepped for them. They had to cook everything. So I would say, and I'm being generous, $200 in groceries a week per couple, maybe $3 if I'm going to be super generous, which is ridiculous because rice and lentils. And there was only 4 days maybe until the whole thing was over. So why would you not, if you're going to pay for a flight to bring one person over, get another person? It's not that fucking hard. Oh, you've done an injustice to my friend Mike. I tell you what, I'm gritting my teeth and I'm very unhappy.
Well, you know how we can fix this?
How?
Bear with me. I feel like I've got my island vibes going.
Yeah, right. Is that your white? It's funny. We are all wearing white tonight and this was not planned.
I have my wine bottle in hand.
Oh,
and in the theme of Mike, I figured he can make things, hats for everyone and for himself out of whatever he has nearby, and I would too. And what I have nearby as a mum of 3 is a nappies and pegs. So I thought I would make a nappy hat in homage.
I love that.
Homage to Mike.
Oh, I love that.
That's actually a very good hat.
That is a very good hat.
And I've got my wine bottle.
Well, in the same vein as that, Moira.
Yeah.
I too have a hat.
You're joining me in the hat parade?
I am joining you in the hat parade. I just hope that you can see it. Now, because there were travelers stranded on Honeymoon Island, I thought, it's only fair that when you travel, you have a travel pillow.
Oh, yes, everyone has a travel pillow. Oh, aren't you beautiful? Yeah, it blends in.
Oh, there we go. We can see it now.
Yeah, we can see.
A travel
Hold on.
pillow.
Uh-huh. I love it.
And in the same vein as being stranded, I too have a towel.
Oh, you
And
completely
you can't see me
disappeared.
at all.
It's magic. It made you disappear.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I love that. I
Emma,
also,
are you playing along, Emma?
I'm going to play the game because I love a good dress up.
Yay!
And I went into my daughter's room and I found bits and pieces of what I could make a hat with. And I found a plastic egg. So I'm using half the egg and I'm using a tutu because what bride doesn't want a veil
This
Or
is
a
true.
tutu.
Or a
or a
tutu.
tutu?
Oh, look at
Oh, look, you
you.
completely can't even see who you are. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd definitely be saying
You
yes.
know what?
I
Take
thought
the
it's an
mosquitoes off of
improvement.
your face.
It's an improvement. And I feel very, very bright-esque.
Oh, you look
And
gorgeous.
flip it behind.
And now you're the jester.
Says the woman that looks like a jester. I think Mike
I'm
would
the flying
approve.
nun, thank you very much.
You look absolutely ridiculous.
And
I
you
love it.
You might. I look fabulous.
You do look fabulous with your
That's
turban.
pretty cool.
I have a nappy crown.
But hey, at least I'm going to be comfortable. My neck's sorted and I have a towel.
Mm.
Mine's
Yep.
functional.
Well, I've got a bit of plastic on my head, so I should have
Mike,
covered it in foil. I'd be safe from the aliens.
well, this is true. This is true. But you are safe of the mosquitoes
Yeah.
and
with
the
the net,
flies.
with the netting, for
Yes.
sure.
So,
For sure.
And
Mike,
from the
we
rain.
hope that we've done you justice with our improv.
Do you feel better now? Are you less pissed off at what Mike did?
No.
And what Channel 7 did to Mike?
I feel like it's what Channel 7 did to Mike. I don't feel like he had a choice in it. And that's what really pisses me off. And what also pisses me off is that Mike has replied to our TikTok that you put up today, Moira, about has he made the right decision or not. And what was the reply page?
He says, ha, 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 ha. I can't wait to watch this.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
it.
is that it? Oh.
Well, I'm glad that got a
That's
mention.
I can't
So,
wait to
Mike-
watch this, Mike. The fact that you've got me so worked up. I'm disappointed in you, buddy boy. I'm disappointed in you.
We're also very happy for you for whatever
No,
decision
I'm
you've
not.
made and
No.
where you've gone.
No, I'm not.
Emma just
No.
wants to see you on her screens next week, which obviously
Because
that's
at the
not
end of
gonna
the
happen.
day,
He didn't find love.
Well, that's it. And this was my thought, right? Is why they didn't let Mike have the same option.
yeah.
And it would have been nice for them to have taken him to another island and then gone, because of your good gesture there, we're going to team you up with someone. Unless no one else picked Mike.
But then you just grab a random, right?
No.
I volunteer
one
as
of the girls.
tribute. Yeah, see? Moving odds be in your favor.
I can't whistle.
Insert song here.
Yeah.
I do find it odd that the option was given to her and not him. But then I think because she had spoken so openly about man bun.
I think this had been set up right from the beginning, obviously.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it started off with her going, put me and Man Bun on the salmon jacket Man Bun on the island, and we'll be right.
Just doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
Well, that's reality TV.
It's injustice. I do like the good underdog story. Yeah, okay, it was never going to happen, unfortunately. But they shouldn't have done him wrong like that. They should have given him equal opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's almost playing into that mentality that he's in the wrong. He's done the wrong thing. Maybe he has, and I don't know, but it's definitely leading the viewers to believe if everything that Amy said, therefore everything that Emily has said, and that could well be true. But that's the narrative that the channel's going with, and it's almost leading everyone to believe the same narrative.
I still don't. I don't pick up on that at all.
Look, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, if you're going to be on a dating app, expect people to say things. I guarantee.
Guarantee that's not the worst she's heard.
Well, this
that's
is true.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sake, we have a TikTok account, and how many things do we get sent?
Yep.
They always promise money, but they never send it.
Nope.
We then see Mike leaving the island and Man Bun arriving in the salmon jacket. Of course, they would have said you have to wear the salmon jacket.
Salmon jacket, Man Bun. Yes.
Did he know
salmon bun?
He must be super tall because he was ruining the coral in the ocean. He's that tall. Did you not see that? I was like,
I literally
how tall are you that you're touching the coral?
I think the water was shallow. You know what? I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I was that outraged. I kind of tuned out. I got his name was Hayden and he's 29 and I really couldn't care less about anything else. I was so cranky.
Salmon
Your
bun's
name's
been
not
written
Mike.
off.
I don't give a shit.
But he's not our Mike. Don't care.
You don't swap out the A team for the B team in the
third quarter.
Shots fired.
The fourth quarter.
Shots fired.
Love it, Em.
And he's from Melbourne. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo-da-day.
But Juice, didn't she move fast with bloody Hayden? She was in there with the kiss.
Oof.
Straight away. Skinny dipping, kissing.
Oh, yeah.
Shagging 2 days in. But I suppose they only had a couple of days left.
But our dear beloved Amy, she has admitted that she jumps in deep right away and falls fast.
Loves fast.
If she's in, she's in, which is great. That's what you want in a partner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want someone with 1 foot in.
Well, this is true, but I think 2 days is a little bit too fast.
Well, look, their babies would have the most beautiful eyes because they both had beautiful eyes.
They do.
I don't like his eyes.
And tall.
I think he looks like a grown baby.
Is this just because you're unhappy that channels haven't got rid of Mike?
You're very biased, though. You love Mike.
I can appreciate the fact that he is a tall, well put together person. Don't see what Amy sees.
Whatever. Moving on. So then it flicks over to Emmanuel and Danny, and they are having the chat about post-island life.
Mm-hmm.
And Emmanuel is very clear with his intentions and where he wants it to go, where he sees it going. And Danny, you can tell, is a bit reserved in her responses to him. Because he says, "Are you going to miss me?" And she's like, "Probably."
I don't. She almost put the brakes on, hasn't she?
Yeah,
I think she's a bit very worried.
Yeah.
I completely understand what Danny has said through the whole thing, with the fact that she would never go for someone like Emmanuel normally because she thinks that he's out of her league. And she's got a lot of body insecurities, and I completely understand where she's coming from because I'd do the same thing. I probably wouldn't go for someone that I perceived as being out of my league.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But he is showing up for her in all the right ways. He's telling her that he is committed to her. He's showing her with affection, with his words, with action. Actions speak louder than words. But she's just... Stop making fun of my hat.
We look like a bunch of fucking idiots.
So I was saying that Emmanuel was showing up for Danny.
Yeah.
And then you started laughing at my head.
Sorry, yeah. I was like, well, no one's taking you seriously. There really is only so many times that you can keep trying to reassure someone before you start to go, this isn't
They don't get it. Yeah.
Flogging a dead horse. He's saying he wants to catch up with her straight away, like on the outside. And she's like, yeah, but we need like space and time and all of the time words that she could come up with. He just looked defeated and really upset because he's genuinely got feelings for her. And again, I also like Denny, but I don't even know if she realizes in the moment that she's doing it, that she's shutting him out.
It's interesting because if shoe on the other foot, if it was Danny saying all this to Emmanuel and Emmanuel going, you'd be like, well, he's a player. Like, he's just getting on here to have a root and get home and just have some fun. I'm not getting that vibe from Danny, obviously. I think hers is very much more reserved and cautious and scared.
Yeah. It's a bit of a turn off, though.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you can see someone pouring their heart out. So then we move on to Jess and Sam, and it's the morning of the couples cove. And he could not be more annoying.
Oh.
But could he? He actually could. So he's already setting the tone for the day. I could imagine her tummy would be cramping up, going,
yeah,
oh, here we go again. Already putting the negative on it.
You know what he said? I wrote it down, old negative Nancy. He said, it's a beautiful morning to go to that shithole.
And the biggest shock of the episode, flick to them at being at Couples Cove. They're the first lot to get to the island. And then Byron and Brie rock up. Brie standing at the front of the boat.
Oh, yes.
I've never seen Titanic.
Never seen it. I don't know who you're talking about. I've never seen Titanic.
Sorry.
I did pick that up.
Charlotte, was it?
Was it?
It's Rose.
Why the hell have you not seen Titanic?
Because it's a bloody long movie, but it is a good one.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah. You've seen it. That's I don't care if you don't watch it on repeat. But you've seen it.
Right.
Anyway, that floored me. I was like, Jess has not seen Titanic? I loved. So then obviously we see Emmanuel and Danny. So everyone else starts to turn up on the island. Emmanuel and Danny get off as royalty with their sheets. And I did think about you, Emma. Where did the sheets come from? They've totally stripped their bed now. And they're lovely hats that would rival mine. Close.
Yes. Loved the headdresses.
I love Emmanuel's comment though, where he says, I'm thinking Met Gala next year. And I was like, oh yes, I love that. Definitely. Anna Wintour definitely watches the show.
I think we'll give them a run for their money. Just saying.
Fabulous. I've got my beach waves going. It's getting all Danny inspired.
Just wanted to point out how Sam said that he felt really sorry for Jess because she was so introverted. When Amy's there, she doesn't get to talk. And I was like,
hello, Pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's because of Amy?
Yeah. So Hayden and Amy come riding in on the boat. And they're like, oh, Mike's lost a lot of weight.
Yes.
I was like, that's what you notice?
I know.
Where did the tattoos go?
Or where did he get a pink jacket from?
They clearly probably all wear glasses and just didn't bring the glasses to the island. Sam was the first person to notice that there was difference though. And he's like, he was like, looked and he's like,
oh,
nothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're all like, what? He's like, nothing.
Yeah.
I thought that was very good of him to hold that in.
Yeah.
They get off, everyone meets Hayden. Brie is like a schoolgirl wanting all the girls. Like, girls, let's go. We need to talk. I mean, I
got angry.
Again.
The moment that, look, it just kept
figures.
resurfacing, bubbling. I got mad, infuriated when I saw that Amy got off the boat and she had her basket that Mike had weaved for her and her hat in the basket. No, Amy, now that Mike's gone, you're not allowed to use those gifts.
It was an amicable separation, okay?
Mum and Dad were happy about it. Oh, you know what I wasn't happy about? The fact that at the table, Amy called him her husband, and I was like, actually, technically, no. You didn't get
That's
married.
Right. You're not even married.
Yeah.
You're living in sin.
You little huss.
That's right.
So technically she has had an affair.
Yeah. Well, not really, because he knows about it.
They separated.
So they're polyamorous?
No,
No.
because they've separated.
I know.
They've separated.
Mum and Dad are divorced.
Yeah, that's
Mum and
right.
Dad have decided to love each other from afar. Just the uncoupling.
I was also annoyed at Sam. Of course, he's got a lot of shit to say about Amy, and Brie just couldn't wait to run to Amy and tell her everything that was said, even after they seemed to be getting along. Like everyone had put their best foot forward, and it seemed like it could be a pleasant day.
Yeah.
Brie just couldn't leave it at that, and I was a little bit annoyed.
Yeah, I was like, you've got 3 days left. She's got a new man. Like, maybe we should like get to know him instead of harping on this same old "we hate Sam" train. He gets it.
Yeah. And it didn't actually turn out the way that Brie and Amy thought that it was going to turn out.
Yeah.
So we had Byron backing up Sam again, and we had Salmon Jacket backing up Sam again.
This is my thing though. Even if he fake says, okay, well, I'm sorry. Like, even if you don't believe it, and she said, thank you, and I know she didn't believe it, but put it to rest, right? It's your last couple's cove. Let's not give it oxygen. Let's not talk about it. Just be like, oh, Brie, I couldn't give a shit. You know why? Because have you seen the 7-foot thing that's crawled into my bed on the island? I don't care what Sam's saying about me. I really don't. Because this tall drink of water is what I'm going to be feasting my eyes on and talking about.
I think he got a little bit of the ick. Just the same as Byron did with Brie liking drama. I think that was the turning point there. And it really didn't work in their favour.
But he didn't have the context, right? So he got the ick, but he didn't have the context as to why Amy was so annoyed. So she had her right to have that conversation and to be annoyed. But it just puts a dampener on it because it's your last one. You just want to enjoy it. You've got a new person that you want to just talk about. And it's the last time you're going to see everyone together.
Yeah.
Well, towards the end, when they go back, it shows that Amy fills Hayden in on the context of what the argument was about. And Hayden turns around and says, I actually found that quite attractive, that you were able to stand up and speak your mind about it. And now that I understand what it was, I find that attractive.
No, I don't believe a word that's coming out of that boy's mouth.
Big old butt. He doesn't like the fact that she falls fast.
No, I don't think he was keen at all on that.
No.
He was just trying to smooth out an awkward situation.
Yeah.
He's just awkward.
I haven't liked him since the speed dating of it. I find him.
Yeah.
I think he is just a bore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's, I don't know. I think he's just pretending that he's this, okay with it person. And he's just kind of like, oh, this is a lot.
3 days. Let me get through 3 days.
Yeah. Let me just at least get a go in and then I'll be fine.
Yeah. Just want to dip my lipstick. Yeah.
So then that concludes episode 9 and Mike's left us. Mike, our homage to you, my friend. What we find to make a crown, a hat.
That's right. This is to you. We miss you already. Much love from your fangirls.
Yeah. Man bun will never replace you.
Never, ever.
Every island gets a message in a bottle that says that they're going to get a little visitor from the outside world. And it turns out it's their family and friends. So we see that Jess and Sam are first up, and Sam's mum is the visitor for him, and Jess's friend Aunt is her visitor.
Yes.
Now, my first initial instincts were, oh my God, it's a boy. He's going to be so threatened, unless he's gay. Yeah. And then I was actually really cute to see him like get a bit teary and a bit excited to see his mum. I hope my boys are like that when they see me. Yeah. So Sam is telling his mum that he's struggling to connect with Jess, and says, yeah, and she's not a good cook. I'm like, mate, you are on an island with a fire.
Exactly.
I'm
That
not
was
really.
exactly right.
I'm like, I'm not sure what you're expecting here. She hasn't got her own pots, pans, and knives, and good food, and that's a
Exactly.
fire, and it's an island.
Sam was painting himself to his mum to be the choir boy
Yeah.
that whole time, and his mum's there like, oh,
If she was a girl between 1 and 10 of 1 and 10 girls, I probably wouldn't choose her as number one.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think Mama Sam.
She's very quiet, isn't she? It's because your son won't let her talk.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I reckon she knows what he's like.
I
But
think so. Mums know. Obviously, she doesn't want him to look bad on TV. Like, obviously.
no,
And you're always going to back your own kid over
Yeah.
someone else.
yeah,
And yes, maybe she wouldn't ever put her together based on the few minutes that they saw each other. But it was interesting him leading that conversation to tell them both their experience to date. And I love that
Yes.
you just saw Ant go,
Yes.
like, his head just was like twitching, like, what?
Yeah, like,
Huh? What does that mean?
yeah,
What does that mean? And they're attacking you? Why are they attacking you? And you broke
yeah.
up?
yeah,
Why'd you break up?
Yeah.
And she wasn't
and
supporting you?
he's
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, that's right. And then when they had the one-on-one, he's go asking questions, and then she says a reply, and then asks him what he thinks, and he's like, I don't know. What do you think? He's already given her what he thinks. She's like, really? Yeah. What do you think? Like, just reassuring.
But then even he was surprised to hear Jess say, I really like him. He's like, really? Like, even
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
was shocked because she admits, she was like, it's just easier to let him talk. And he was like, yeah, but do you think you're being yourself, like you're dimming yourself a little bit and being a bit reserved and, you're not saying as much? And she was like, he knows me and he knows my relationships and he knows that that is
Yes.
exactly what I have been through. And he is politely reminding me that this is a
Yes.
repeat without saying, you're doing it
You're
again.
doing the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see potentially the real Jess come out of her shell in the last few episodes, because we see in this episode that after the loved ones leave their island, that they sit down and have a bit of a chat. What did your mum think? What did Anne think? And Jess is brave and starts to say how she's feeling, and that she really doesn't think that things are working the way that they probably should be. I'm hopeful that we're going to see more bubbly Jess, which apparently, according to Ant, she loves a bit of a chat and she has a good opinion. Like, I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope we see it.
Me
Yeah.
too.
And we see a little bit of it at the speed dating event. But this was my thing, right? Is Sam starts to get annoyed at Jess for indicating that it's probably not going to work. And I'm like, you just sat there and
Yeah.
had a whole conversation about how you weren't attracted to her at the start. Definitely
I
not.
know.
And I was like, fucking liar. And then he's like, she can't even cook. And mum's going, no, I wouldn't pick her for you. And, I don't know if I can trust her. And then when she starts to reciprocate and go, yeah, I'm not sure if it would work for me either. Then he gets annoyed. He's like, what? Why? What? Like, you're saying it's me? And it's like, oh, mate, you need a mirror.
It's
Yeah.
because he's not the one that's leaving. She's lining it up to be the one that's leaving, and he's like, no, that's meant to be me. And he's playing the victim because he even said that. Why is it me? Why do I look like the bad person here? Because you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I was just floored at that. I was like, oh, go on, Jess. Go, you good thing.
That's right. We love you, Jess.
And then we saw Brie and Byron, and Brie's brother showed up, and it was Byron's dad who showed up. And Byron's dad showed up like Richard Attenborough from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Loved it. I loved the ensemble. And I think old Dennis is quite a cheeky little chappy.
Yes.
And
well, it comes with the name, Dennis the Menace.
But he made a good point, right? And Dennis were having their moment together, and Byron was saying how he wants a relationship like Dennis and Byron's mum, who's not with them any longer. And he said, it's not instant though. And I mean, gosh, my husband and I were together nearly 8 years, I think. before we had our first child. So we were together probably, 13 years before they start to notice that connection between mum and dad, and they go, oh, that's really lovely, and I want what you guys have. And the older you get, the more you see that. But that's not instant. That takes time, and that grows and that develops. So before you even start to notice it, they're probably already 10 and 15 years into their relationship.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really good takeaway from that moment, to say, you too can have what me and your mother had, but you have to invest your time and your energy and efforts and let it develop and let it grow. You have to grow together. It's not instant. This stuff just doesn't come along. You have to work on it. I thought that was just a really good point.
It's massive shoes to fill as well. Trying to base your future wife off of your mum.
Yeah.
Like, it's two completely different things. And I actually know quite a lot of people that have done that. They just haven't been able to settle because they're chasing the relationship between their mother and father, or, who their mother is as a rounded person. Initially, I thought that Dennis didn't like Brie. When he was saying, well, how many days of cooking have you done? And Byron said, well, I've cooked 18 out of the 19. But it kind of came around, and he said, you're probably going to miss her when you go on, and you'll find yourself thinking about her a lot more than what you think you will. Like, words of wisdom.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to think about it. They've been each other's companion for 3 weeks, solid.
Yeah.
So of course there is going to be that longing and that missing of the other person. It's only to be expected, unless you've got a real disdain for each other.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting with that couple. I'm going to call it and say that nothing happens with them.
Yeah, so Brie's brother says he likes you, but then it shows that Byron's going, I just don't feel it. And Brie comes back with this epiphany going, do you know what? That's exactly what I needed. I needed an outside opinion, and he's told me you really like me. And you can see the look on Byron's face as though, I'm not too sure now. So he's obviously, in the beginning, it was, I'm trying to show her that I care for her, that I like her, that I'm interested. And she was pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. And then she was trying to, instigate that intimacy. And that's when Byron started to pull back and pull back. And now it's just at a state where, we've been intimate, but it could have been an itch that both of them needed at that point in time.
Yeah. It was fun.
So it's a hard situation, that one.
So they flicked over to Amy and Hayden for that moment, but obviously because Hayden had just arrived to the island and she had a new lease on the outside world, they got skipped. So they went for a skinny dip instead. But then it flicked over to Danny and Emmanuel, and they got their BFFs as visitors. I thought that was really awesome.
But we didn't really focus too much on Danny and Emmanuel. There were a lot of good discussions between Danny and her best friend. And the main discussion was you need to let your wall down. He's obviously very keen to see where this will go, and he's trying to show you, but you need to let him in.
Good advice, yeah.
I think he actually, Emmanuel, when he was talking to his friend, said, I hope she doesn't sabotage her way out of this.
Yes.
And I feel like that actually may end up happening.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think in this case, Emmanuel will get his little heart broken.
I feel like they almost needed to plan their next holiday for a week after they got back.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, let's give each other a week, and then let's go book a trip to Bali. And let's just hang out in Bali for where there's actual hotels. Let's see how we go there. And then let's go back to our places, because let's not forget, he's on the Gold Coast and she's in Maggie Island.
Yes.
So they are separated.
Yeah, quite a distance.
Yeah, so I think that would have been an easier way to ease into it, rather than just being like, all right, cheerio. Like there's no promise to meet up again.
I think Emmanuel in his mind had thought that maybe Danny might move.
I don't know why he would assume that though.
Yeah.
Exactly. When she'd made the move and to a particular place, like Maggie Island's a very particular place. Why you would assume that she would move to the Goldie, trading a beach for a beach. Like, I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
It is a different
completely different.
But his life as a musician is on the Gold Coast. So I think he was kind of expecting, particularly like a few episodes ago, he said, I would want you to be at my shows. Denny, that's not what she's signing up for.
Yeah. I'm so disappointed for these two.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of being disappointed,
yeah,
we went over to Chad and Georgia.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
This is the first time I've actually really been disappointed with Chad, but we'll get to that. So Chad's mama got to come to the island.
she got a holiday. I say holiday. She was probably there for like 3 days, or if she was lucky.
Yeah.
I think he was just so surprised and loved the fact that he got to see her and she got to see him.
Yes.
Yeah, and Madison, because the first thing he said was, where's Madison?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like,
he's looking after her, you know. You know, she's good. She's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So I liked that, but we didn't actually get to see the discussion.
Can I just say, though, before we get into it, I can just imagine that for someone I know going through that, and I would just think, oh, you deserve even just that 3.5 hour flight.
Exactly.
Where you can just lay back, no one has to talk to you, and that time is your own, and you know that your kid is being looked after. It's exhausting, but it's your kids. Like, you love them, and you don't see it as work. Yeah. But it is exhausting, and it's just no time is your own.
No. No,
I loved that. Right. I love that she was able to do that.
And then it was George's dad.
Yeah, Daddy-O. Oh, I love Daddy-O.
He almost had a bee in his bonnet from the start, though, when he looked at Chad and said, how old are you? You 46. Really? Like, why? You're a good-looking bloke. Why aren't you married?
I get it. He's been left at the altar. So we're not beating about the bush. And dads will say things that their daughters don't.
Yeah.
You know your daughter's probably just love struck, and you're going, no, let's talk about it. Because we're not going to get down the end of an aisle and have this happen again.
Yes.
No.
I don't want to have to pick you up. I will pick you up, but I don't want to have to see you in that state again.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I understand where he's coming from. So George's dad was doing the question of, well, how old are you? 46, and you've never been married? Why? So that's a red flag for him. So then I don't know what the response to the father was, but he indicates that he's a man of action over words. That's his preference. And he actually does say to the dad, when relationships start to get a bit deeper and I feel like they're requiring more of me emotionally and more time from me, I tend to leave.
Pull away.
Because I feel like that's time that I have to pull away from my mum, who's a single mum, and my sister, who has caring needs. He obviously has a lot of love and for family.
I agree with that, but he isn't the father of his sister. He isn't his mother's husband. I understand that he feels that he has a duty to take care of, but he also has his own life to live. And by putting his sister, whom he loves probably the most in the world, his sister and his mum first, he's not giving himself the love that he needs. And he's letting his life just tick by. He might have a job to go to. He might have some friends that he occasionally sees, but he's not actually living his life. He's living his sister's life.
And he's doing the injustice to any potential partner that comes into his life. He's saying that he's there and he's ready to have that long-term relationship, but he's not willing to go to the depths that relationship is going to require in order for them to stay around.
So here's my thing. He's a man of action, though, over words. He just needs to meet his own. Because if he met a partner who was a woman of action over words and was like, no, I'm sorry, Chad, you just don't get to walk away from this. I'm a part of your life. I'm not leaving. And I know your sister and your mum come as a package deal.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like when you meet someone who's come out of a divorce or, you know, a relationship and they have kids. They come as a package, right? So that's his package deal, is he wants to care for his mum and he wants to help look after his sister. So then it has to be up to the partner to go, you don't get to walk away from this. I'm your team. I'm here as well. So if that means that I go and, you know, we go take her out for a coffee, then we both go and take her out for a coffee. You get to have some time with her as well, one on one. I appreciate that you want that time alone with her, but you don't get to throw me away. Like, I'm here as well. And I think maybe that's what he needs.
No, I think he would run at that because that's them opening up and demanding more. And he's not down for that.
But they're not demanding more in place of his time with someone else. They're demanding more from him with them.
But how do we know
Chad to answer this?
Yeah, yes. Exactly. How do we know that that's what Georgia was getting at? I don't believe she's the type of person that would say, Chad, you can't do
what I don't see that.
Well,
she has quite her own independent life as a flight attendant. Right. I don't think there's anything wrong with someone saying, let's go out for a dinner. We don't have to take your mum and your sister. Like, I don't think there's a problem with that. And if that's his level of, well, we're doing everything together, then he's going to be finding it hard to find someone.
And that's what I'm saying about being the injustice to someone. Everyone has to have that certain level of emotional acceptance and needs to have that emotional need fulfilled. Everyone does. We're all emotional beings. And at some point, he's going to have to be able to be cracked open, even just a little bit.
Yeah.
This is who I am. These are my feelings. This is how I'm feeling towards you. I don't think that was too much that Georgia was asking for. She's just saying, I need to know how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And he's going, this is too much.
But this is what I come back to before, is it just can't be all about the way that the one person wants it done, like boxing. It can't just be all that I have to go and endure everything that you like. It has to be a compromise. So he can say, it's absolute all about compromise. Action. And she can go, absolutely. But I also need you to tell me that we're going to move forward with this outside.
That's right.
I don't want you to just go, all right, I'll see you on the boat.
Yeah. It's a give and take. Every relationship is a give and take.
100%.
Look, this is the first time that I actually saw cracks in Chad, and they were deep cracks. And I didn't like the fact that he was being really passive aggressive with Georgia and saying, you're a serial monogamist. Does that mean that you're going to fall back into old patterns? And he was the smiling assassin. He was delivering everything with a smile. Yeah. And it was condescending, and I did not like it. And I thought, this is the toxic element of Chad. I could see that nothing was going to happen. And unfortunately, he is a beautiful man. We've seen throughout the season that he is lovely and has a lot of empathy and is such a great confidant. But he's his own worst enemy, and he is never going to change because he does not want to. Sorry, Chad.
He's another Mike from Love Triangle.
Look, I'd hate to put Chad into that category because I think they're two different people entirely. Yes. But
set in their ways. They're both very much set in their ways.
I think he was very much feeling challenged, right, when she was asking for. And here's my thing: you can change for the right person. So I always say, because two people don't work out doesn't mean that they can't be better people with other people. Look at George Clooney and Amal. So George Clooney was notorious for never getting married. Everyone used to say, no, he doesn't want to get married. She's wasting her time if she thinks he wants to get married. He met Amal Clooney. What did he do? Married her. You change for the right person. Maybe he just doesn't see it in Georgia. And I don't know why. And it's funny that they were talking about, well, we haven't really spoken about the outside.
Yes.
But you have to grow. I love that you want to have your bubble on the island, but you still need to start dripping some questions in about the outside world.
I found that really disappointing, and it left a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So you had bloody sour bombs dropping all over the place these 2 episodes.
It's a very big roller coaster of emotions for you, wasn't it?
After that, it flipped back to Amy and Hayden, and Amy was really starting to get in deep about how infatuated that she is with Hayden. And from the moment she met him, she knew he was the one.
He was stringing her
Yeah.
along. Is that what you like? Is that what you kind of like? He was loving to hear it. And then he was like, yeah, that's
too much.
Yeah, I don't know how she expects this to
Yeah, he's
work.
like, this is pretty scary.
He looked terrified.
Yeah, no.
Literally did. Yeah.
To be fair, though, she was coming across as a bit of a stage 5 clinger.
Yeah, a little bit.
She was on a time frame.
Yeah. 3 days.
Yeah.
Is a little bit too fast. And we're not even up to the 3rd day.
Oh, but even then, but you can have a cling, like that already shagged. Like, but she was getting into, oh, this is the future. I want to.
As soon as we leave, you move in.
No, honey. Doesn't work like that.
No.
And you're scaring him, like quite literally scaring him. He's going to run as soon as he gets onto mainland. Unless he can run across water.
Yeah.
He's gonna
I felt he was leading her on. I thought that he was really leading her on. Instead of him going, oh, that's pretty quick for me. Like, instead of saying that, he's going, oh, so is that normally the speed that you go at? Like, almost indicating like, oh, yeah, so that's good. Yeah, that's what you want to do. I felt that he was encouraging her. He was leaving the breadcrumbs.
He was leading her on. And I think that's because he doesn't know how to say, no, stop.
I think he just wanted the Byron high five. Was it good? Was it fun? Like, I think that's just what he wanted.
Well, he clearly said she's been obsessed with me from the start. Like, she's pretty obsessed with me, is his words. And I was like, that's a massive ego. Yes, she is coming across like that, but you don't know Amy's sense of humor.
Yes.
There is a lot of truth behind humor, but you still don't know Amy's sense of humor. And if you had been Mike and Amy was doing this towards Mike at the end, like, he would know that Amy's a jokester.
He would have been like, yeah, but we're getting a cat. Like, he would have just been encouraging it in a funny, not coming away. Yeah, but we're getting a cat. Like, he's going to be called Boris. He would entertain it in a funny way. Hayden's kind of entertaining it to boost his own ego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ick.
Wet fish.
Boring.
Yeah.
Bye. See you later.
I don't like him. I just don't like him.
So, if you're just as emotionally tangled as the cast, don't worry, you're in good company. Emma showed her true feelings about Mike's decisions and Chad's cracks. I didn't hold back on my thoughts of Sam, and Moira was absolutely shocked on Jess's admission of not seeing the Titanic. So you've been listening to What She Said. If you've enjoyed this, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can watch us on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. For more unfiltered takes, reality TV meme meltdowns, and the occasional behind-the-scenes chaos, slide into our DMs with your thoughts, theories, or emotional support, because next week, it all comes to a head. That's right. The final episodes of Stranded on Honeymoon Island are being dropped, and we'll be here to break it all down, one dramatic moment at a time. Until then, I'm one of your hosts. I'm Paige.
I'm Moira.
And I'm Emma.
Keep your standards high, your reality TV messy, and your snacks within reach. We'll see you next week on the island. Bye.
Bye.